along with their religious views, even though Mr. Thorburn never expressed those views. They were expressed in sermons long before he became chairman of the church. As for Andrews, he was asked whether people with religious ties should apply for public roles, and he responded, quote, well, they might want to have a think about whether they should be perhaps a bit more kind-hearted, a bit more inclusive, unquote. The usual Andrews hypocrisy. Being inclusive obviously doesn't include Andrew Thorburn, who now joins the long list of people who've suffered religious discrimination. Try Margaret Court, Israel Folau, J.K. Rowling, Jermaine Greer, Jeffrey Blaney, Barry Humphries, all of whom would not conform to this neo-Marxist-inspired group think. Kevin Donnelly, who writes splendidly on these things, a wonderful educationalist, today quotes the American non-binary feminist, that is, she doesn't identify as male or female, Camille Paglia, who has argued, quote, we are plunged once again into an ethical chaos where intolerance masquerades as tolerance and where individual liberty is crushed by the tyranny of the group, unquote. And here we are, Big Brother, the thought police, conformity, and Andrew Thorburn, identified with prevailing Christian orthodoxy, is out of a job. What's our role in this? Well, we have to continue to demand free and open debate. And a common sense program like this says we must defend the right to freedom, which entitles people to be free to say things with which others don't agree. Daniel Andrews is saying we must tolerate those who agree with abortion and we must tolerate those who agree with same-sex marriage. But this is the point. As Camille Paglia has said, Andrews is preaching tolerance when his own utterances are promoting intolerance, where Thorburn's individual liberty is denied and his job is sacrificed. We are, viewers, in dangerous territory, as I said last night, when it comes to expressing one's values and beliefs. After Thorburn, people are genuinely concerned, if not frightened, about their employment fate. This is a savage attack on freedom of speech, as with the pastor, and freedom of religion, as with Thorburn. But worse, there is an ignorant and intolerant president of the Essendon Football Club who's ordering a fellow Australian, Andrew Thorburn, as to how he should live his life. If, as seems the case, unless you're a follower of woke, there are no employment guarantees anymore. If the Essendon Club is not prepared to travel this woke road and potentially put at risk the contracts of every player who may have similar views to the preacher, if Essendon don't want to be identified with the public attitude of their president Barham, who by his actions believes that preaching Christian morality or by being identified with previous Christian preachings is a crime, if Essendon don't want to be identified in this way, then the president, Barham, should go and Thorburn should be reinstated.